New Saber alert. Yesterday, Hasbro unveiled a brand new ForceFX lightsaber. So the new ForceFX lightsaber, it's called Star Wars The Black Series Supreme Leader Kylo Ren ForceFX Elite Lightsaber. It's kind of a lot to say, but that's its full title. So this new ForceFX lightsaber, you might be thinking, hey, we already have a Kylo Ren ForceFX lightsaber, and you would be right. So this is the existing Kylo Ren ForceFX lightsaber. This new Supreme Leader Kylo Ren ForceFX Elite lightsaber, it's going to have a few new features that we haven't seen on ForceFX lightsabers before. Now, some of the new features are pretty similar to some things that the custom saber community have been doing for a little while already, but it's neat to see that, these officially licensed lightsabers, they're kind of catching up with some of the technology. But we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. So first of all, ForceFX lightsabers. So ForceFX lightsabers are officially licensed lightsabers by Hasbro. They have a metal hilt, they have plastic blades, they light up, they make sound. They're very realistic, in terms of collectible lightsabers. And so, they're popular among a lot of Star Wars fans. And the price point, prices a lot of kids out of them. They're typically between $100, $200, although kind of the out of production ones can sometimes go for more. But that's a typical price point, and that's another difference with this new Kylo Ren lightsaber as well. Okay, well, let's dive right into it. Hasbro has been touting this brand new Kylo Ren ForceFX lightsaber as, quote, the most realistic ForceFX lightsaber yet. So what do they mean by that? Well, okay, first of all, some of the features are similar to existing ForceFX lightsabers. So it has, they call it progressive ignition. So that means, when you turn on the blade, some people call it the Saber scroll effect, where you can kind of see the blade, the light kind of illuminate gradually, illuminate, and then also when you turn it off, it turns off that way as well. So it does have that feature. It has battle clash effect, as they call it, which is flash on clash. So, when you come in contact with something, the blade will illuminate a color. And some of the new features that it will have blaster bolt deflect. So that's something we haven't seen with ForceFX lightsabers before. We have seen that with some custom lightsabers. Another cool thing it'll have is a tip drag effect, so that it looks like you're cutting through something. So yeah, these are just some great new features on the lightsaber. It's very exciting that these ForceFX lightsabers are adding a bit of realism like that. Now, okay, what else about it? Another big deal for this new lightsaber is it will use removable blades. So that's a common question people have about these ForceFX lightsabers. Hey, do they have removable blades? None of the ForceFX lightsabers from Star Wars The Black Series had previously used removable blades. So it's very exciting news for people that this new Supreme Leader Kylo Ren ForceFX Elite lightsaber will have removable blades. So that means you can display it, just display the hilt by itself without the blades. You'll also have the option to display it with the blades too, if that's more your thing. So that's pretty cool. And that's a pretty big difference from the previous ForceFX lightsabers, at least in the Star Wars The Black Series. Okay, so what will be in the box of this new lightsaber? So, you'll get, of course, the lightsaber itself and the blades, and you'll also get a lightsaber stand, and then finally a collectible coin. So that's another different thing with this new lightsaber. So it doesn't seem like it does include any type of belt clip, so it doesn't have that. And also, it doesn't include the batteries, so it will require 3 1.5 volt AA batteries, and you will have to provide those yourself. So when does this lightsaber come out? That's what everybody wants to know, right? It's slated for release in fall 2019, and it will retail for $299.99, so about $300, and that puts this lightsaber, it makes it kind of the most expensive lightsaber in the Star Wars The Black Series, ForceFX lightsaber line, and that's probably because it has this new technology in it, these new features added to it. But, you know, it'll be available if you want it, and it will be available at many major retailers, as is the case with just all of the Force FX lightsabers. So feel free to comment below. What do you think about this new Kylo Ren Force FX lightsaber? Are there any other lightsabers you wish they would really make into a Force FX lightsaber? Feel free to let us know.